Having just been signed by Liverpool following his dazzling performance at the World Cup, the current Dutch Player of the Year, Cody Gakpo, is having the time of his life on the pitch, but he has taken it a notch higher off the pitch. Let's uncover his enviable lifestyle. Cody Gakpo was born on the 7th of May 1999 in Eindhoven, Netherlands. He was raised by his athletic parents, Johnny and Ants, in the district of Stratum. His dad, Johnny, was born in Togo and is of Ghanaian descent. Johnny Gakpo was a former footballer who played for the Togolese national team and PSV's second team. His mum, Aunt Gakpo, was a former Dutch rugby player. Wondering how his parents met, Aunt was on vacation in Togo when she met Johnny and fell in love, and the rest, they say, is history. Cody's parents resolved to raise him alongside his two siblings, Sydney and Duke, in a sporting family. As a result, they often took the kids to PSV's Philips Stadium to watch matches. Even at home, there were PSV decor, posters, and magazines in Cody and his brother's rooms. The homegrown football star was always passionate about the sport and would often compete with his brother and friends on FIFA while playing with PSV. Today, the winger, his elder brother Sydney, and his younger brother Duke are all professional footballers. Sydney plays for RPC Eindhoven while Duke is on an internship at PSV. But how did Cody develop his special skills that earned him the nickname Eindhovenaar? The 23-year-old is a left winger who uses his speed and dribbling skills to get past defenders, cutting inside on his right foot to either attempt shots on goal or create space for teammates. But before he became the player that he is today, he had to pass through PSV's academy. Cody's journey began when he was only 4. Little Cody was technically gifted, and at that age, he was already playing soccer with EVV Eindhoven, a team in the neighborhood. At 6, Cody was already going for trials with PSV, and shortly after, he got enrolled with their academy. Along the way, he would meet his first trainer, Twan Shivers, who ingrained mental resilience into young Cody. Still in his youth, Gakpo survived terrible injuries to his calf and ankle, which kept him out for several months. At 14, he had the opportunity to meet Dutch and PSV legends Ruud van Nistelrooy and Mark van Bommel, which gave him motivation to improve his performances. On the 25th of February 2018, he made his first team debut for PSV, and the next few seasons saw Gakpo steadily improve his game. He always looked to emulate Van Nistelrooy, Diego Maradona, and Thierry Henry, all of whom he considered his idols. He won the Dutch Player of the Year for the 2021-22 season after scoring 21 goals in 47 appearances for PSV, and received back-to-back Eredivisie Player of the Month awards in September and October. He also scored the winning goal against Ajax in the 2022 KNV Cup final. He followed up his club performances with a goal in each game of the group stage for Netherlands at the World Cup in Qatar, having made his international debut a year earlier. Behind the success of the football player is his stunning girlfriend Noah. Noah van der Bay is Cody's heartthrob, and she is all shades of amazing. Born on July 1st, 1999, she is only about 7 weeks younger than her boyfriend. Although not much is known about her parental background, she is Dutch and has an older sister named Noortje. Noah studied management studies at Avans University of Applied Sciences and has worked as a hostess in the past. Now a model, she's enjoying a life of luxury with Cody and often shares romantic pictures on themselves at different exotic locations with her 30K plus followers on Instagram. Before they began dating, the two had been longtime friends. We wouldn't be surprised to hear the sound of wedding bells in the near future. Cody is pretty much reserved and doesn't have much social media following for a player of his caliber at the moment, but that could very well change now that he is a Liverpool player. His Insta page is mostly about his football career and a few about his girlfriend Noah. He spends his holidays with his lover at exotic destinations such as Ibiza, where they go on speedboat adventures. The couple appear to be taking things slowly as they have no kids yet. After experiencing serious injuries as a teenager, Cody has since started to pay more attention to his body. The Dutch star complements a healthy diet routine with lots of strength training. The Dutch winger lives a modest lifestyle off the pitch and is not known to party or live at large. He seems pretty much focused on his career at the moment and is not entertaining any distractions. His coaches, teammates, and everyone else around Gakpo have attested to his humble personality, which reflects in his personal properties. Before his transfer to Liverpool, Gakpo had been living in Eindhoven all his life. In his early days as a professional, he continued to live with his family until 2019 when he moved into his new house. Cody revealed that although he enjoyed the freedom of staying alone and could play loud music whenever he wanted, it was a bit difficult as he had to do everything himself. Gakpo didn't reveal much about his house at Eindhoven, but no doubt it was comfortable for the Dutchman. Now at Liverpool, he'll probably be house hunting, so we'll be on the lookout for more gist. The 23-year-old loves exotic rides and is a big fan of BMW. He was spotted driving one in October last year when he visited a car wash to get it cleaned up. That is as far as we know about his car collection. Would be hard to imagine Gakpo not adding any more vehicles to his garage over the course of his career. Tattoos. Currently, Gakpo has no tattoos on his body. His strict and modest parents could have rubbed off on him, leading to such personal decisions today. Perhaps he might have some plan for his skin in the future, but for now, the 6'4" attacker isn't getting ink. For all the excitement and hype, how much is Cody Gakpo worth? The Dutchman has a net worth of around €5 million. His annual salary at PSV doubled every year until this year when he was earning €1 million. According to Fabrizio Romano, Gakpo will earn about £120,000 every week, which adds up to about €4.5 million for every year he spends at Liverpool. What does this mean to the football world? Gakpo's net worth is going to increase exponentially, considering that he still has his whole career ahead of him. Although he's on a 6-year contract with the Merseyside outfit, he also endorses 2 companies, Philips and ASML, on his social media accounts. It is almost certain that he'll get bigger sponsors and endorsements. He'll also be looking to invest some of his wages into other businesses. Not a controversy per se, but just before he signed for Liverpool, Cody Gakpo was rumored to be making a move to Manchester United. But in a swift turn of events, Liverpool got the upper hand due to United's inability to compete financially at the moment. Gakpo isn't known as one to get into trouble. He keeps his head down at all times and is open-minded. It would be rather surprising to see him get into trouble. But before we round off, here is something you didn't know about Cody. Interesting facts/trivia. When he was still a little boy, Cody Gakpo formed the habit of being among the first persons to get a seat at the popular ZZ section of Philips PSV Stadium. There was a reason for this. The enthusiastic Dutch player wanted to get a direct view of the biggest soccer stars when they got onto the pitch and when they were leaving. Fortunately for little Cody, he got to meet legends such as Patrick Kluivert, Mark van Bommel, and Arjen Robben. How about that for a life hack? It is worth noting that Van Bommel later played an instrumental role in Cody's youth career as he noticed his talents and promoted him to the first team. Now looking to settle down and ply his trade at Liverpool, the expectations from the 23-year-old would be bigger than ever. Would you place a bet on him to make an instant impact?